Booyah. No, interesting. Is that this guy apparently got together with two sisters. Apparently. One of these, no idea which one. No idea. But we do have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And no baby name. Would be weird for Tessa Green Penelope have a daughter named Tessa. Let's see what we have. In November, these 3 guys. The Clark problem is still a Clark problem, apparently. Artists, dancers. Musicians, dancer. That's why I put dancer for her, because of the musician dancers comment. Artists. Let's look up Guy Hudson again. Yes. The other 5 died mysteriously, apparently. Five new deaths. You find more conspiracy websites. Some people out there claim that Roottrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals, and that this was done in cooperation with bad actors from unknown government. They claim that due to a loophole in the calendar, it is possible to get away with nearly any crime on a leap day so long as it isn't discovered until after the day is over, and that every 4 years, one year, the Roottrees company hosts a meeting with foreign agents to conspire to poison our children. They profess that Roottrees candies contain polyglycerol, ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it was first released. They claim it's added to attempt to addict people to eventually induce mind control. The website claims to sell pills that counteract this effect for children that have already eaten Roottrees candy in the past. You do an additional search for The Simpsons, emulsifier and chocolates that would BFT and widely used. You read my mind. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials since he's shortened to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist who is part of Miracle Network. He used to have a show. I'll search this one again. Clergy Watch. He was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed it was his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentions Edith had a bit of checkered past herself but doesn't clarify. He has since lost the television show and goes on tour across the southern United States when he was not well known before the scandal. Okay, Miracle Jr., come here. Edith. Okay, and we don't have anything more. What's her name? Edith Jacobson. We find a link that seems to be a partial and corrupt list of archived articles from Butler-Carty Times. The article is cut off but mentions Edith Jacobson and an arrest. There is a crime blotted article about Edith Jacobson that also mentions Helen Roottrees and Lucinda Jacobson. In 1971, when she was 18, Edith and her sister Lucinda were arrested for trespassing at the Miracle Congregation Church in Butler County. They were pretending to be church employees in an attempt to get through the room where church houses their weekly teachings. The church didn't press charges. They were caught by Helen Roottrees, who was there at the time while her husband Miracle was away preaching. Helen Roottrees was quoted as saying, "Jesus forgives, and so do we. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and I am confident He has brought these young women to us for a great purpose." Mm-hmm. Hmm? Hmm. Miracle Roottrees and his son, who goes to Miracle Jr., have appeared by the country times great deal over years. What about his second son? Need to find more information. Legal troubles. Fortunately, it's through a line article about a tour they plan to take across the southern state called the Three Generations. Oh, miracles. I'm more interested into this branch of the family. TBH, TBH. Okay. Apparently nothing. Apparently nothing. Did we fill in the controls? Yes. Architect. Oh. List on website historical buildings, Butler Country. His list of all residents had been preserved called Hunt Shop House. The attempt to find more information about the man and the building. But, so I can't. Okay. Small feature details, building layers, architecture from work on Hunt Shop House. Also mentioned that Junior was Eli's oldest son. Hunt Shop House seems related to the Roottrees. Okay. This is old information. Mm. I would like to. Mm-hmm. What is his profession? Let's look into Gem Roottrees again. Gem. The singer sings Gem. According sources. Gem. Need to know more about your father, Jim. The only thing I Clark had common is music. With my cousin, his ex, Clark never knew his father was. So our grandpapa insisted he spend time with me rather than me. Huh. Okay. Jim goes to his first band. 12 years ago, Diamond Ever. Again, my cousin was ex. With my dad and me, as a result, Clark and Emma brothers. Diamond and Jane, on other hands, are usually actually sisters. Going on our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. No more family band. The only thing I had in common was music, but even then, he never agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes, something you hum a week later. I've been told rolling is like that, but that wasn't my goal. When he called me up and said he liked it, I took it as a sign I was going in the wrong direction musically. That made him laugh. But I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying I knew this because he did agree. For most of the decade, he was a mess. But he's a lot happier now. He started rapper tunes, and he's much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is massive company, willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All his ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player, but I was never interested. I just went straight to the music. I guess Clark was paying more attention. I think this is right. Although we won't know until I have 4 of them right. And I'm still confused about the names. Still 8 on Clark. I wonder. Apparently he was riding his mini bike accident for me. Hint. Go. Let's try again. Clock is restorations. Well, the book is. I don't know if this is. Okay. Sister seems to be doing job by raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen. At least she came out divorced with her dad. Elias had given to his wife announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was launched family gathering. Spent ages. Sam. I cannot see the mention of periodical. Am I blind? Let's see. Complaints. Okay, not a... Complaints doesn't have a number next to it. Sister had a Gwen. I'd say that he registers me from my coffee table is the mention of the periodical. Oh, I see. Finally, the tabloid! The tabloid! Finally! Give it to me. I was waiting for this. Most mentions were around the time divorce, the gossip speculative full of tabloid stereotypes. Some of it focuses on the fact that when she announced her divorce, she also announced she was pregnant again. Other mentioned the rumors the Bill had multiple affairs, Kill Bill, which left her heartbroken. There is also an interview from earlier in mid-1957 where she was asked about her last name. She answered, "The power of name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottrees has power." My husband similarly goes Wild Bill. It's an famous name he purposed for himself because he didn't have the benefit of being born with a famous one. But Wild combined with the alliteration of Williams is incredibly memorable. Alliteration of Williams. Although if we relocate to Paris, I know your readers love to keep with my husband, so consider this a starlit exclusive for both of us. Well, Bill and I have a child on the way, and we are sticking with the Roottrees for the last name, not Williams. But we also plan to lean into alliteration. That's how we honor both our family names for the next generation. Alliteration. Main times through the magazine lifespan, Bonston. Ha! Finally. Walter. Huh. Not who I need to find actually, but an apology to all the ladies. I'm actually taken. Earlier this year, did a friend a favor. He was directing a war movie and asked me to play a small part. Wouldn't know it, the son of a bitch cut me from the picture. I'm just ribbing. It wasn't his fault. Apparently, the studio didn't want to pay for a star of my caliber. I got the last laugh though. I met someone. He spent most of the film crying. She was playing a soldier's wife. But even through the tears, she was incredible. I know I tend to have reputation, but this one's true love. I only have eyes for her. Ironically, there is rumors that his divorce from Gwyn was due to multiple affairs, including the one with another actress. An American reader on vacation in Paris claims that have overheard Wild Bill and Gwyn arguing in public while she was holding a baby and visibly pregnant. Not long after, Gwyn announced she was divorcing Wild Bill and also that she was pregnant again, giving this rumor more credibility. No. Hmm. Let's see. I filled in multiple spouses, but not the who actually needed to fill in. These three are still under question because we don't know her name. The next generation of the television series of a Star Trek franchise, it finished around 2 years ago, 1996. Star Trek is primarily known for inspiring the song Start Trekking by The Firm, which hit number 1 UK singles chart 1987. Currently, 2 spin-offs, Voyager and Deep Space Nine, are ongoing. Season 5, Episode 9 of Voyager is set to air in 3 days. None of this seems to have to do with your search Roottrees family, however. I think Voyager is my favorite Star Trek, to be honest. Who else we have of Mm. Mm. Hmm. Um. No. Mm. Hmm. Do I need to? I dismissed the book, to be honest. Where is it? Mm. What was her... What was her... Mama. First... Are you kidding me? Okay, according to the back of the book, a buried leisure bird born origin from author of forward series. Oh, there we go. That's a buried treasure. Scandal. This was a version of Lauren Reed's diary released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures but has many new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happened between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects. The death of Elias, a summary of the fallout has been added to your notes, as well as some other select pages. This thing would have been quite difficult to find without a hint. Unless there are, of course, different paths to find the same thing, but searching a random romance book to find out that it had a different name to connect to this one, that was a convoluted pathing. Otherwise, revisiting the diary 10 years later, the new diary opens with an explosive incident that happened in the decade between the release and re-release of Lauren's diary. Elias Roottrees had died, and during the reading of his will, there was an audible gasp when a certain name was read aloud: Samantha Roottrees. Although Sam and her children were not meant to receive monetary inheritance, he had stipulation that she retained the rights to run the farm and any and all decisions related to it. I had a question. Because just a moment. Okay, that was my mistake. A while later, a while back, I thought maybe Sam stands for Samantha in my head. But then I thought no, because this passage said that he gave Bly tools. And then I understand there is no pronoun here and I was wrong. Okay, that works. That she retained the rights to run the farm and any old decision later did. It was that the scandalous secrets came out. None of the 5 Ps were surprised, but it was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She has been told her parents died. Apparently, Sam was the legitimate daughter of Elias and Patricia Christensen. Patricia, the daughter of local steel mogul, and Eli Jr. harbored a secret romance at the age of 16. Illegitimate children. Apparently, Sam was legitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia Christensen. Patricia, daughter of Locust, and she suffered secret romance. She became pregnant after birth. Her father refused to let her see Eli Jr. ever again. Her baby Samantha was sent to the Roottrees. Elias hid her away for a local farmland known as EC. Patricia was married off to a much older man and sent away. That was the end of that, almost. None of the next gens had ever met or heard of Patricia until she unexpectedly reappeared, now going by Patsy. After Patsy's husband died, she reunited with Eli Jr. and they finally married in their 50s. Lauren mentioned the wedding in her first diary without knowing Patsy's story. Eli Jr. has never taken another lover. Lauren, ever the romantic, quite appreciated this. When Patsy and Eli Jr. finally married, Elias decided Sam should have been Roottrees in the first place. Even though she was not a part of Glenn's trust, he wanted to include her in family affairs. That was what led to Lauren's initial entry titled Sam. Does this make her a farmer is the question. This This is a page additional notes and context from 1975 10-year anniversary release of Lauren's diary. It's a companion piece to the entry about Sam. Clearly, I did not know our true family history when I wrote this. I didn't even know Sam was a Roottrie. All of my dubs were ill-founded. She's a fine woman. She had the chance to grow up with us. Sam might have been the sister figure Gwen never was. Ernie and the kids are lucky to have her, and her children seem eager to help the family in their own ways. Ernie Jr. has been learning day by day from Zach. It has been a long, long time since any real Roottrie has excited and interested in actual Candy's Ernie. As a bonus, Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. What I'm most ashamed of is not figuring it out myself. Sam's a spitting image of Patsy with her jet black hair and green eyes. She doesn't have the thick glass Patsy did, of course, but I guess that skips a generation. Huh. Her children have that covered. Okay, glasses, black hair, green eyes. Nice. Booyah. Okay. So we left 3 spouses here. 4 here. And 4 children. But I don't think we're gonna find about the children in the book because it was released long before they were born, but we might find out about at least spouses. It's hard to explain and look at Bob's face when they read the farm's operations would pass to Samantha Roottrie for as long as she was willing. I got flashbacks to when Zach was made president. Mother reframed it a bit to calm him down. Sam wouldn't receive any candy money, after all, and was essentially inheriting the right to rule over the peasants for eternity. Bob warned us away from that farm for years. I never met his in person, but Bob once referred to him as confirmed bachelor, and I suspect that's why he kept us from there. Sam had to grow up in the house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. Okay. I see. AC and Mr. Miller, roommates. Okay. I'm not sure Sam will forgive Uncle Junior or Patsy for abandoning her to that life. If I were her, I might never forgive them either. But even so, she seems to blame more than just the 2 of them. She has no problem with the next gens, but she has a palpable hatred for the 5 pieces and Elias and Gwyneth. Clark. There's a page of additional notes and context from 1975 10-year anniversary release of Lauren's diary. It is a companion piece to the entry about her son, Clark. Reading his back, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's gotten married again. No Roottrie has ever remarried. Sure, I lost Jacob, and Gwen divorced Wild Bill just before she had her second. Not even I can blame him for that. I've seen what he gets up to in Starlet. But neither of us ever took a second husband. With the way the world is moving, I guess it was inevitable someone in the family would remarry. I just wish it wasn't my son. I can only wonder if Clark's apparent disrespect for marriage is due to the lack of real father. I did what I could, and Lord knows LIC stepped up and helped, more than I can say for Clancy or Edward. LIC particularized Clark and Jim as brothers whenever he could. Eli's marriage seemed fine, Jim's marriage seemed solid as rock. Pun intended. So who knows what caused these things? The rock. Okay. I suspect that he's marrying Jane to keep her from running out on the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio. But still, I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last. And Lord knows I was right last time. Names. This is a page from 1975. Okay, Lawrence Diary. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are. And I get it. There are 4 lies for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say, I saw a lie in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. That's why they became Uncle Junior, Miracle's a lie, or Lie C. My family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Lies was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the past. Last, his father and grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy. So now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. Then goes for Miracle, Ally, and even Clancy. With the woman, however, it all goes out the window. I think Gwendolyn got her name from some combination of Gwyneth and Caroline. Who was Eliza's mother? Women's names tend to get all mixed up as the generations went on. I guess that's because there's no female equivalent of junior. So if you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news that got my father's name backwards. Caroline. This page, okay, large inconvenient piece of spec, but rather fun bonus. Apparently, this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was for a school assignment about anger, and she believes based on teacher's name she must have been in 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the events spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when we met a new girl who I did not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town, and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, Your Pop is my dad. She screamed it all out in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing. So I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. When Pop took her away, he told me, Don't worry, I'm glad she's gone. Aww. Pop. Did he also had children on his side? But we already know all of this, so... Four hints in here? Statement. Where would they put out a statement? Guess we just look into all the people. And then there will be some obscure connection, I guess. Actually, I just see what they mean. Even spa? Sure. Where is he? Brian Jones. There are many advertisements over the years, as well as a small article from 1995 by Jones Graphic Print. The article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company after 20 years. Brian seems to not have let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity in interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been printing staple Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages a few times a year. Thanks, by the way. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come down to best price of bulk printing anywhere in Pennsylvania. Designed the website myself. Just in case. Mm-hmm. Just our website exists in Butler County. Butler Country. Website fancy when it has frames. The website lists and address hours and even samples of clients, the type of work they've done for years. Stephen Jones campaign mailers, Roottrees Candy Company various banners, poster, Butler can't hold daylight post banners, charcoal flyers, Roottrees motors. Mother district. Beautiful. Nice. There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in the paper. It seems Roottrees Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. An ad for Roottrees Motors has run in every week's Butler Country for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of ad have been added to your evidence. Thank you very much. Butler Summer Theater has been around for at least 30 years. They perform plays and musicals with a cast and crew from in and around Butler County. There are hundreds of mentions of their performance, not just reviews, but in many nearly identical advertisements for their box office and tickets, as well as early yearly announcements of upcoming shows and seasons. They also tend to take out a full page at the end of every season that says thank you, these names and shows they perform, and additional information. This year, Howard mentions they have a website. Mama Lio said, thank you, Master. Thank you, making 1998 season 6. Stay tuned for announcement. From the season, the cast list, none of the names seem relevant. Below the cast list, crew, 2 things to down posters, additional set of elements by Jones, Graph and Bring. Hello, November. Musical with song by Steven Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnson realized it could kind of fit time-wise in the game he was making and decided to use it instead of something fake as a kind of Easter egg. You don't need to check it out, but if you do, I like the songs The Hardest Part of Love and Lost in the Wilderness. Also, if you haven't already, you should Hit the back button to go back to John's graphic and print, and instead of searching for children of it, you should probably search whoever was performing it. Okay. Local dance school that various lessons for ballet and jazz classes. There's online information available. Nice thought though. I thought if we can find November Studios, we will find her mother's name. Okay, let's go look at the motors. Wilkins motors, now Roottrees motors. We may have a new name, but the promise we're still the same family business. All that's different is we've joined a sweeter family. Finding noises? Need new oil? Come on down, we'll fix her up. Okay. Mortimer's local family mechanic servicing the Pittsburgh area. Tessa. Nice. Tessa. Okay. These are set. Years we met as a really nervous fixer learned no thirst, no cards from Roottrees Motors' parents. Okay. These are done. This probably should be by the method of elimination. 2. As the picture is taken 97, she should be a baby. Now these. It's these two that are the order. Where is he? Dr. Steve Wilson, pediatrician who practiced for Pittsburgh. Although there's a lot of doctors of Steve Wilson, Dr. Wilson's, this one apparently found a way to game the search results as he pops to the top every time. His website claims that he's the pediatrician of the stars. The only evidence for this that apparently has the doctor to the Roottrees sisters. There's a picture of him on the website, as well as a picture of his 3 children. The 3 of them look as though the photographer has holding them hostage. Regardless, the photos have been added evidence. There's also a quote that will credit his child Jason. You suspect might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He would treat your children like he would me, my big brother, and my sister. Who are they? Somewhere around here. We need a family. Why are we looking to Guy Hudson? Why are we looking at Guy? Why are we looking to Guy Hudson this point of time? Although Guy Amatlia does not drop Patricia, okay. Not literally what I'm looking for, but fine. The story itself is surprisingly light, don't rival details due to the front page story. Caused by an unidentified driver who swerved in front of Hudson's car, causing them to brake hard and veer off the interstate. Although Guy was a somewhat controversial present, foul play is not suspected. There are witnesses who reported that the vehicle which instigated the wreck was speeding, swerving between lanes, and cutting other drivers off, as well as for at least 5 or 6 minutes before the tragic accident. The witness says it could have been any one of us who eventually ran off the road. The aggressor fled after the accident. Police have few leads other than make and model. Do I? But I already... I know this. The problem is where and... Talk to me. Well, this is not what I would infer from this. I would say she looks older, to be honest. There we go. Ah, booyah. Top secret.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations! I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Okay. Who is AC? Some working scientists. John EC. Carlson, Laura, Munder, Joan. What's the farm name? Anderson Farm? I found some information about the first Anderson maple farm. There were a few pictures of a famous realizing Venice. No brothers. Has had consistent ads for tours and demonstration first Anderson Maple Farm for a very long time. Farm also appears very often about things to do in Butler Country. It seems that twice each summer the Roottrees Candy Company's current head of farming, Miss Cottrell, returns to Butler Country. Must state how 5 pieces were made at the beginning of the century. Demonstration provides free sample of original 5 flavors. The cost is quite a lot to sell out every year, so the Butler County Times recommends getting tickets the moment they go on sale. That's in blurb. Do not have any information. How with your search, how you to learn that farm offers discounts on Tuesday. Why can't we see? Why can't we see the ads? Hmm. Okay. This part of book series All Candy in the Modern World, 95.7 World Chronicle Rise of Mass Production, Global Distribution. The book ends with a look into the future Candy envisioned Express 95. Cinnamon extract. I tried, but I tried. I did say this. Why would you publish the first book? Okay, fine, I see what you're doing. A book about all things candy throughout history starts with historical accounts dating back to ancient Egyptians and growing candy through 1924. Includes some print advertisement from companies you've heard of, including an extremely early newspaper ad for 5p and Charles Link due to major misprint. Okay. Egg cream. Grape, elderberry, sea cream. Available. And Grim. So he's a son. And Grim. But how? Same way as I couldn't go from cinnamon extract to Clancy Edward. How should I go to? From egg cream to. Both Elias and Edward are taken. What else do we have though? Clancy, Elias, Edward. Are they the same? Which one would be Elias or Edward? We did learn about the what's her name? Muggles. Steamy correspondence. Wow. Would love to. Give me this steamy correspondence, please. Tina Angelina. This book of historical letters are neurotic twists. Each letter is accompanied by context from the book's author. A letter from the book has been added to your pages. Hey, give me. In 1931, someone who goes by Patch wrote a letter full inhanded to a known gentleman who is clear she had a romantic history with. Patch is the book author have been Patricia. Is thought by the book's author to have been Patricia Christensen, a daughter of the owner of Christensen's Steel. Her nickname was Pat, and chose the first letters of her last name. Patricia Christensen was known to appreciate wordplay like this. Patricia, who would have been in her mid-20s when the letter was written, was married to an older man of no notable status. The letter was most definitely not him. There are also a few passages after the steamy bits that mention a daughter, leading to Tina Angelina to theorize that this letter was written to the father of a child she had from society in some way. The letter ends on mention of a twisted twin that seems to evoke imagery from classic literature. If not for her story, yours and mine would be the most tragic tale ever told. How awful it is that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse than to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin. Left an outcast, forced to life labor under a wicked relative, it's like something from the start of children's fable. She deserves not the life she has been sentenced to. I can't stand to be apart from you both. Someday I shall return to you, and I pray that he has not corrupted her to know his sins. I swear that that joyous day, with all the strength I can muster, I will fight for all child's freedom. Let us pray her fable has a happy ending. Twin. I don't know if this is supposed to be obvious, but Ernest. Carl Clark. I feel like it can be any combination of Elias, Edward, Ernest with Clancy, Clark, Carl, you know? Junior, though. This is Ernest. So it's Ernest Jr. Elias. He's a twin. What would you name a twin? Clancy Edward. Seriously, I promise you don't need to open my computer again. In fact, you could disconnect from it right now and still be able to solve the mystery. Now you might be wondering, why should I trust this dog? What has this dog ever done for me? And let me answer for that by saying, fine, don't believe me. I'm just your subconscious bouncing ideas of itself. I guess maybe you find yourself untrustworthy. But if you press the button again, I'll tell you exactly where to look. If you want to believe me this time, then take a look at your photos and keep in mind the area in which you see you would have lived. Take a real close look at the 5-piece photo. See what guy standing inconspicuously in the background? I told you I wasn't lying. I would never lie to you. Where is it? Okay. Still doesn't give me his name. Talk to me, Doc. I'm having fun communicating with you right now. Edward Clancy, okay. I was right about the... I just don't know how you go through from Elias to Edward Clancy to Clancy Edward, you know? But John Miller... I got John Miller. Oh, there's one more thing I need to do. Where is it? They are too optional and I won't look until I say I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish. Confirm. But first, here's the final optional entries you found. Girls and Laura. Oh, I got the vibes right by complete power of guessing.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottrees? And his partner was John Miller?
I was sure about John Miller, but I thought it was egg. Cream, whatever it was.
That's exactly what I needed to hear. I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yup, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents.
Okay.
Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers, Edward Clancy Roottrees and John Miller.
Oh, I'm glad you're mentioning them as your fathers, because other entries in the diary and your mother's letters were super homophobic and like super negative.
By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning.
Exactly. Lauren thought you hated them because they sent you to live with 2 gay people. And you probably hated them because of the way they treated the 2 gay people.
My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man.
Nice.
But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not.
Mm.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable.
I'd say.
The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
Mm-hmm.
We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
Oh, because they're twins. Oh, and he was not Elias's. He was the... Oh, that makes sense. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I should have guessed that the Edward Clancy and Clancy Edward. But also, like, who the fuck names your children like that? Nah.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard.
Mm.
And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece. Pat's
returned and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed unworthy.
Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father.
Oh.
At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces.
I agree. Even if the father was an asshole, all 5 of them didn't have to band together against their brother.
My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat and that his grandchildren would become outcasts.
Heh.
His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottrees. He nearly ruined the company.
True. Have been passed for unspecified reasons.
When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions.
Nice.
Ernie earned about $36.
Okay.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Okay. Robert.
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock.
Okay.
That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future.
Mm-hmm.
His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else.
Okay.
The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight.
Good for you.
Thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future.
True.
So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light. And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours.
Ooh,
like
thank
I
you.
said at the beginning, set for life.
Nice. Maybe.
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete.
You could have come in, like, inside the house to actually look at the wall.
Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air. This is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
We're rolling, rolling, rolling on down to the sea.
And received mixed reviews. Life went on, and a new president took over the company. The Ritter family faded from the news cycle. And then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottrees Mania is now unlocked as a new game. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Roottrees Mania will have to wait until next time.